Today I want you to pay very close attention because this isn't your typical quick breakdown of Bitcoin is up or Bitcoin is down. Today we're going to connect the dots. We'll talk about inflation, the real economy, what's happening behind the scenes, and how all of that is directly impacting Bitcoin and the crypto market. And of course, headlines everywhere. Inflation is rising. Be careful with the markets. Things are getting out of control. But I want us to go one step further because that number alone does not tell the full story. Headline CPI includes things like energy, oil, gas, electricity, and this is key. Right now, all of that is heavily distorted. This is not normal market behavior. It's being driven by external factors, geopolitical tensions, conflicts, political decisions. So yes, if energy spikes, headline CPI goes up, but that doesn't necessarily mean the economy is strong. And there's another detail almost nobody's talking about. Yes, the number was high, but it came in lower than expected, and that matters. When the market expects something worse and gets something less bad, that's already a signal. But now we get to what really matters. The data I actually focus on isn't headline CPI, it's core CPI, and this is where the whole picture starts to change. Core CPI removes energy and unprocessed food. In other words, it filters out the noise and shows us the real trend. And what happened? It only rose no bond before 2%. Basically nothing. Now think about that with me. We're in an environment where production costs are higher, transportation is more expensive, everything costs more. In theory, that should translate into higher prices across the board. But it's not happening, and that's extremely important. If costs are going up but prices aren't rising at the same pace, it means something is weak on the demand side. To me, this is a very clear sign of weakness. I don't see a strong economy. I don't see powerful consumption. I don't see solid growth. What I see is an economy that's holding up, but without real strength. And here's something that might surprise many of you. I don't think inflation is the long-term problem. When tensions ease, when energy prices normalize, when that artificial effect disappears, that's when we'll see the real picture. And if real inflation is already low, even with everything artificially elevated, imagine what happens afterward. Right now, we've got markets near highs, liquidity in the system, investors chasing returns, and that pushes risk assets higher. And this is where Bitcoin comes in. At the moment, Bitcoin is in a very interesting zone. It's near the top of its range, and that's key. Because when price is high, people get excited. They think it's just going to keep breaking higher nonstop. But many times the opposite happens. We've got clear levels, $60,000 as a strong base, around $60,000 as a reaction zone, or $72,000 as the current level, and between $74,000 and $80,000 as the upper range, dollars and dollars. As the upper range, the $72,000 is especially important right now. It's acting like a magnet. The price is staying there. It's not exploding, it's moving sideways. And this is something many people don't understand. More volume without major movement, that's accumulation. So right now, I see two possible scenarios. First scenario, rejection around 73,000, a return to the range, and a drop. Second scenario, a breakout and a strong move up. The issue is there aren't many intermediate resistance levels. If it breaks, it can move fast because resistance zones are where big money sits. If they're there, they slow price down. If they disappear, price moves quickly. And now comes the big question. I know many of you are asking it, and I'm asking it myself. What am I doing right now? Nothing, because I don't have confirmation. And this is key, not intuition, not guessing, not anticipation. Confirmation, because the market punishes those who act too early, always. So to sum everything up, we have apparently high inflation, but weak real inflation. A fragile economy, a market full of liquidity, Bitcoin moving in a range, possible accumulation, and a big move building up. So my approach is simple. I wait, I observe, and when the market confirms, I act, because in the end, the one who wins is not the one who trades the most, is the one who waits the best. If you like the video, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Take care, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video. Cold Mind, goodbye.